If you're looking to start a successful business online or looking to at least get some success with your current business but can't crack the code, you have arrived. I'm gonna give you the only 3 areas you need to focus on when working towards hitting that first 4-figure month or even 5-figure month to give you that clarity here right now. When I was getting started in my business, I felt absolutely all over the place, especially even before I knew what business model to really lock into. For those of you who don't know, I got really started into affiliate marketing, and really that was my jam for it. I've done videos out there for, I'll even link it above, I made 0 to 75K with one niche there, which was really focused in affiliate marketing heavily and really diving down into that there. But in reality, it was a lot of struggling to get to that first dollar, and because it was just didn't know what to do, right? My strategy felt like it was all over the place. I had an understanding of technology, how to use it. I feel like I was a very tech guy myself, and I even hear so many people talk to me about it before when they're getting into their business saying, you know, I'm really good at tech, so I think this is gonna really help me out just to get my business to the next level. Like I've already got an edge on somebody else there, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have that mindset there, I'm not saying that won't help you, but in reality, when I see people come into the business who have actual sales skills, marketing skills, skills around writing, right? Writing content in one way or another, those are the people who are gonna have a lot more bit of a step up, if you ask me, compared to somebody who just has a bit of tech knowledge, right? Because we're gonna talk about those main 3 areas here today, and you're gonna see we're not gonna talk about tech really at all right? So let's go ahead and dive right into it. First and foremost, you really want to build, right? This is number 1 here. You really want to build a business that can run 22 out of 24 hours of the day without you there, all right? I say this because a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, we'll go ahead and we'll build a business even to the point where it becomes successful, where you realize that the business all of a sudden comes to a complete standstill while you are gone, while you're not running it, right? So you really want to make sure, that's why we harp on even building a personal brand, really understanding what it's going to take to get your business to that next level without you having to always be there. Because you're going to realize as you start to scale, there's certain pieces you're going to want to plug other people into, really different assets that you have that you can leverage. So the sooner you become aware of this, the better it's going to be. And not only just for the fact that you can plug a team member into it down the line later, it's more so the fact that in reality, you are building something right now that you're trying to build long term, right? And so with that being said, you're probably, if you're starting as a part-time job, right? Or not a part-time job, but treating your business like it's part-time, right? Or maybe you're treating it like it's full-time, but in reality it is part-time because you're working a full-time 9 to 5, a full-time 8 to 6, a full-time 8 to 8, right? An overnight shift, whatever the case is, and you need to make sure you can stay extremely efficient, right? That's even like myself, why I've made a document called the 5-Hour Workweek Guide. I'll see if I can drop that somewhere for you guys down below. But in reality, it just comes to understanding how to dial in that efficiency out the gates, because you do not have the time that, like, once again, someone like myself, I do not want to work my business like a 9 to 5, which is why I've set up the way that I have, but I absolutely can if I want to, because I have the time, because I do this full time there. I did not have that luxury, really, just like I said in the title of this video here, right? 0 to 100K here within 6 months. That entire time I was working my accounting job. I come from the corporate background. For those of you who don't know, I was working in the accounting space out here in Boston, Massachusetts for about 6-7 years in the corporate style there, right? So with that being said, I needed a way to make sure I could still not get fired from that job, because I tell people all the time, I'll never tell a client to quit their job. Realistically, I feel like you should get to that point where you're comfortable. You get to that point where you can get to really get your savings higher, get out of debt. For me, I was able to get out of debt before I ended up quitting my accounting job and went full-time online. I was able to, like I said, hit this 0 to 100K here in 6 months and 8 days while still working my accounting job, okay? So really understanding how to be efficient out the gate, and a lot of that comes back to your proper branding, getting really good at content, right? And the more you can start to really input that into your strategy right now, the better that's going to help you down the line, because once again, it's going to allow you to really get more quality leads out of all the conversations and pick out the more quality members of your audience to save you more time and energy. All right, now past that, number 2, all right? Focus on marketing and audience growth. I can't emphasize this enough there. I see so many people who are really, for some reason, are just committed to making their business successful running off of tech, automations, systems, all of this kind of jargon, where in reality, these are tools that are meant to be made for once you're already at a certain income level, right? You don't want that eating into your monthly expenses when you're right now just scratching, trying to hit your first 4-figure month, because you don't want to be spending hundreds of dollars on monthly subscriptions and going deeper and deeper into the red, okay? We're only 1 in right now, but make sure you click that subscribe button right now if you're getting some value, to make sure you're plugged into all of our future content here in the channel. You know, I see folks worrying about their websites and all of this type of junk, when in reality, Let's just be honest. You are not Nike. You're not Target. You're not insert a big brand. You do not have the kind of branding power and pull to have people just literally want to go to Nike.com, Target.com, Walmart.com. That is something that happens on daily occurrence. That is not going to be our case, especially when you're getting started. So when it comes down to it and you're really thinking about putting all this energy into how well your landing page looks, how well your funnel looks, think right now, more importantly than that, is how you're going to get people to that page, right? And if you want to take a step back further, I would definitely agree, or I would really want to implore you here to not focus on directing folks to that traffic and more so direct them to your home base, right? Your home base should be wherever your core social media platform is. For me, I'm a big believer in Facebook. Like that was, once again, as far as this video, I only like to preach around experience. That is where I was directing folks to, not towards my website. I did have a website, but just once again, I'm teaching you so you don't have to make my same mistakes. It was not what was generating me any types of revenue. At the end of the day, came back to my home base at Facebook. That was my funnel. That was my website. That's what got me to where I am today, honestly. At the end of the day, your audience is the core reason that your business is going to make money. It's the backbone of your business there. So with that being known, let's stop focusing on, like I said, where we're going to direct our audience to and start focusing on how we can actually grow our audience there, right? Really focus on that audience growth and marketing once again. How can you go ahead and bring leads into your business every single day? Without bringing leads into your business on a regular basis, your business is bound to fail, right? That is such a key piece, especially being here online. You want to make sure that you're bringing in that audience on a consistent basis there. And then as you start to get that dialed in, you're going to start to realize, how can you start to improve the quality of that audience now, right? Now, all of a sudden, now that you've got the audience flowing in, it's not so much of, all right, let's just keep on doing this. It's how can we optimize our system? And a lot of the times that comes right back to your marketing, right? Understanding what message you're putting out there. What type of marketing message as a whole? How magnetic is it? Who are you attracting? A lot of the times we put out content that is a kind of a weak spot for a lot of marketers out there. They'll put out content where it's really just riddled with pain points, riddled with telling people how they're living paycheck to paycheck, come here to make your life better. It's like you are now only going to be attracting those poor leads, right? The leads that you're not really looking to talk to. So a great spin you can take on that is how can you go ahead and really speak to the people who have that strong work ethic, right? The people who actually have money, they're just looking for a solution, and how you can be that middle person, or you can be the bridge that gaps the two islands together, okay? So start thinking about that around the quality of your message, and then once again, to bring it one step back, how you can increase and improve your audience growth and lead generation strategies. Last but absolutely not least, number 3 here, develop a sales process. All right, if I can leave you with something right now, keep this. Plan. We have to make sure, because I see so many business owners when in reality, they do not have a crystal clear path of where they can envision a lead coming into their world and becoming a buyer, right? If you don't have that dialed in, you are going to be just really going a bit more random, feel like you don't really have a clear grasp of what's going on, and it's going to cause confusion, which is not going to bring you the clarity you need to hit those income goals you're looking to hit. Myself, I prefer to write things down and just really make it tangible. Even for our business here, I have an ecosystem that I've mapped out using Whimsical. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Whimsical there, but it's a simple free tool you can use and literally map out the flow. And that's how I've done it for myself. And honestly, the same way we're teaching our students there to understand really, where are the lead sources? Where are the lead sources going to be directed to? What happens after they're directed to that main pool? And now how are you going to go ahead and nurture them? Okay, now once you're nurturing them, what's your process of going ahead and getting their hands raised, right? How can we pull out the most qualified leads from that pool at the end of the day on a daily basis here? And then once we do, what's our strategy around going ahead and getting them to the execution stage, right? Whether that's a sales call, getting in front of your offer doc, getting them on Messenger, or some kind of one-on-one conversational communication platform, right? So we can go ahead and make our offer, all right? Because at the end of the day here, if we're not making offers, we're not making sales. And if we're not making sales, we're not getting the freedom we desire. We're not leaving our job. We're not allowing to have more time with our family and really grow your business to the heights that you want there. Those are the core 3, all right? Make sure you're building a business that can run that 22 out of 24 hours a day without you, right? You want to be able to make sure you're building a business that you can actually sustain and grow while you're still working your 9 to 5, while you still don't have a full 8 hours a day to dedicate into your business. And when in reality, that's not what you want with this type of business here. You want to make sure you can build it to get that freedom you're looking for, right? But number 2, right, like we said there, that marketing, that audience growth, understand that generating leads in your business, and then understanding how to really improve the qualifying process throughout, that is going to serve you so well. I can't tell you how much time it can save you down the line there. The sooner you start to implement these, the faster it's going to help you to really just keep that efficiency top of mind there too. And then of course, make sure you've got your sales process dialed in, because without that, it is going to be so hard to really make sure that you have that clarity in order to know exactly where to direct a lead that's right here in the process to there, right? It's like Russell Brunson even says, having some type of a framework, it makes it that when you slip up and you fall off or get distracted or something like that, you now know exactly where to take that because you have a clear framework to take them. And that's what I want to see with your sales process there. It's your saving grace, it's your roadmap, it's your compass, all right? That can really protect you and allow you to not stumble up when a hot lead hits your pipeline, you don't know what to do with it. That is it for this video here today. Make sure actually, if you haven't checked out my key tips on how to really spin 4-figure deals, I'll drop the video up there. It's really, if you could say, let's call it the last finale really to this one here, because we talked about, how to really grow that audience, how to get the branding tied, how to get your sales process down. And now it's like, do you have a killer offer to help that out, right? So click that video if you want to check that out to really help give you some clarity on the offer side to make sure you're making that no-brainer offer to seal the deal and get you to the next spot with your clientele. And as always, you are designed to become who you choose to be. I'll check you later.